Welcome, I'm your TOEFL instructor, and today we're practicing listen and repeat from the speaking section. You'll need to hear a sentence and say it back perfectly, so stay focused as there's no preparation time allowed. If you found this lesson helpful, make sure to subscribe to my myTOEFL for more expert strategies. Let's keep working toward your dream score together. A professor has posted a question about a topic, and students have responded with their thoughts and ideas. Make a contribution to the discussion. You will have 10 minutes to write your response. Your professor is teaching a class on social studies. We are in a social studies class, so we will likely examine how economic trends impact different groups within a community. Write a post responding to the professor's question. In your response, you should do the following. Express and support your opinion. Make a contribution to the discussion in your own words. An effective response will contain at least 100 words. Today we are discussing the trend of businesses moving toward a completely cashless society, where all transactions are digital. The professor introduces the central theme by highlighting the trend of businesses moving toward a digital-only model. This sets the stage for a debate on the societal impact of this shift. While digital payments offer efficiency, critics argue that they exclude the unbanked and pose privacy risks. In your opinion, should cash always remain a mandatory payment option, and why? The professor presents the core conflict by asking if cash should always remain a mandatory option. This specific question requires you to take a firm stance on policy. I believe a cashless society is better because it is more convenient and secure for everyone. Student 1 immediately establishes a positive tone, arguing that a cashless system is more convenient and secure for the general population. For instance, digital records make it much easier for people to track their spending. As a result, individuals can manage their budgets more effectively than they can with physical coins and paper bills. To support their claim, they explain how digital records allow for better financial management compared to physical currency. However, I think we must keep cash because not everyone has access to technology or bank accounts. Student 2 provides a counterpoint using however to signal a shift toward the risks of technology. They focus on those who lack access to technology or banking. For example, elderly people might struggle to pay for basic needs if cash is banned. Consequently, cash remains the most reliable backup for any functioning economy. The student reinforces their argument by citing elderly people as a specific demographic that would suffer, positioning cash as a reliable backup for the economy. Now let's write our own response, step by step, to see how a high-scoring academic discussion post is constructed. We start with, in my opinion, to establish a strong personal stance. Next, we add, while the convenience of digital payments is undeniable, to acknowledge the opposing side's strength. Then, we state, I believe that maintaining cash as a mandatory payment option is essential to clarify our main argument. Finally, we finish with, for a fair and inclusive society, to link our stance to a social goal. First, we write, I strongly agree with student 2's point to directly engage with the classroom discussion. Then, we add regarding economic exclusion, to specify exactly which part of their argument we are building upon. We begin with in many urban areas to set a specific context for our example. Next, we identify the subject by saying a significant portion of the population remains unbanked, and follow with meaning they lack the credit scores or documentation to define the problem. Think heed. We finish the sentence with required to open a digital account to complete the logical chain. We start with a condition if we transition to a completely cashless model, then state the consequence. These vulnerable individuals would be effectively barred. We explain the scope with from participating in the economy and conclude with the vivid example unable to purchase even basic necessities like food or medicine. We use the transition. Furthermore, I would like to add to signal a new supporting point, followed by the concern of privacy, to introduce our second main argument. We describe the digital reality with every digital transaction leaves a permanent trail and explain the danger that can be tracked by corporations or governments. We then use whereas cash allows for to contrast this with the benefit of anonymous private exchanges. We propose a solution starting with therefore a hybrid system and describe its first feature that prioritizes digital efficiency. We add the necessary safeguard while legally protecting the right to use cash and conclude that it is the most balanced approach. We begin with this dual system ensures that to explain the result of our proposal. Then we describe the protection as we do not sacrifice the privacy and dignity of citizens and finish by contrasting it with for the sake of mere convenience. We start with the action by keeping cash, then list the benefits. We protect the most marginalized members of our community and ensure that the economy remains resilient. We end by specifying the threats against technological failures or cyber attacks. To excel in the academic discussion task, ensure you state a clear opinion in your opening sentence. Always reference another student's idea to show you are participating in a dialogue, and provide an original reason or example not mentioned by others. This combination of clarity, engagement, and unique contribution is essential for a high score.